went to the Jets game and all I got was this lousy bracelet.
Jesus Christ, lady, what the hell? You could kill somebody with that thing. It's very hard to keep a straight face when it comes to our football teams, isn't it? Although the Jets have 2 more wins than I do. Yay! Now, you went to that game. I watched it on TV. And I have to say one thing. There's going to be really cheap tickets towards the end of the year, isn't there? I felt bad for you sitting there watching that because I was watching it on TV and it was a shit show. It was an absolute shit show. And now I got Daniel Jones is now out for the year. I got Danny DeVito at quarterback because it might as well be Danny DeVito the way this guy quarterbacks. But if Barkley ever thought he had a chance he was going to do something with this team, they flew out the window on Sunday. They flew out the window a while ago, but for real on Sunday. I guess we have the Yankees to look forward to, although if you watch that press conference, holy fuck. He went off, and he's wrong. And he's wrong. That's the worst part. He's wrong. He thinks he's the smartest person in the room, but he ain't. Brian Cashman needs to go, or Hal needs to have a real serious talk with him about how he handles himself in a press conference, because I think even Brian Cashman is tired of hearing how much he sucks. And he came back at everybody. But that's different. We're here with the Giants and the Jets. Well, you and I both know that we're not going to make the playoffs. Not after what we saw this weekend. So now it's pick a team to see who's going to win the Super Bowl. I don't know. And at this point, I really don't care anymore. It's been so long since I can't say, you know what? It's hasn't been that long since the Giants have been in the Super Bowl. I've had one recently. You have waited over 50 fucking years. And you have had no vested interest in the Super Bowl other than commercials and maybe a box number. And the 1 year you figure maybe we got a shot at least making the big game, the fucking guy goes down on after 4 plays. That franchise is jinxed. You're not going to tell me any different. They are jinxed to high hell. And I know you went to MetLife Stadium. I've been to MetLife Stadium for football games. It is a terrible venue. It looks ugly as fuck. But just to get around it is a pain in the ass. It's just not a good venue. I don't know who designed this thing or who approved the design of this thing, but he was a jackass. And to not put a dome over it, holy Jesus. But okay, we'll talk, every point you made about the Jets is 100% correct. 100% correct. How do you take 8 sacks? Then again, Daniel Jones took a bunch of sacks in one game too. Like, he didn't know where to throw the ball either. But I think Zach Wilson is shell-shocked from the porous, and that's putting it nicely, offensive line. Same as the Giants. Their offensive line ain't so great either. But at least you got 4 wins. We only got 2. It's a shame because you have a championship defense and a Pee-wee League offense. That's a fucking shame. That's a crime. Forget about a shame. That's a crime. A Giants defense hasn't been that much better this year. Matter of fact, I don't think they're really that good to begin with. They need a few tweaks on there, unless I don't follow it as closely on the injury report, but it's not looking good. Either way, we're both going to be watching from the sidelines in February for the Super Bowl, praying for spring training. And hopefully the Yankees do something this year. I don't think anything's going to happen. I don't. I think when Brian Cashman came out at his press conference at the general manager meetings, he thinks this team is fine. No, it's not. It's really not. I don't know how he thinks this. I don't know why he thinks this. I think he's to turn around and say, well, we don't use the analytics that much. Yeah, you do. You do. You rely on it too much, or else we never would have got Josh Donaldson. Okay? Anyway, I feel your pain about bad football. If you're going to go again, at least the tickets are going to be cheaper. I already saw for the Giants on New Year's Eve, $52. I think that's what, $2 more than what the parking costs? Or maybe $12? I forget how much parking is. I haven't been there in a while. But yeah, it's almost as much as the parking lot now. That's how bad things have gotten. Oh well, we have our misery, and all we have to do is wait for the summer. That's all we can do. Although we do have the Rangers. The Rangers are playing well, but I'm not very happy about their performance. They won it against Detroit. They won 5-3. But they were 5-0. And in the third period, like that, they gave up 3 goals. That defense leaves something to be desired. I'm waiting to see what they do against a halfway decent team. We'll see what happens in the future. But right now, we're doing well. The Rangers are doing what they do to us every single year. They start off strong, and in the middle, they somehow falter. And at the end, they just make the playoffs as the second place or the first wild card or whatever the fuck they do in hockey now. There's so many rounds of playoffs in every fucking sport. It's getting monotonous to keep up with it. So, let's go Rangers. And the hell with football. Booyah!